Okay, there we go. Now we got sound, right? Sound good now?
Okay, there we go. Now we got sound, right?
Oh, whoops.
Sound good now? Sound good now?
What the hell am I hearing that from? Ah, there we go. Got it. Okay, fixed. Thank you, Red Room Maggie. Thank you, Missing Dog. Thank you, Love is All You Need. Sorry, my setup down here is tenuous, shall we say? It's working at the moment, which is a great start. Making sure I can see chat and all that stuff. All right. Well, hey, as is tradition, whenever I'm streaming. Now I just have ready access to it. Yeah. So, as last time, we have multiple camera angles to work with here. 7 notifications are on the face cam. Let me fix that. It's probably messed up on everything. There we go. And then throw that up there. There we go. Thank you for Tam Song. Good to see you too. Thank you, Kirsten. All right. I think that's the other. There's Emma. Wonder. She's really watching that wall. Just make sure it doesn't get away, Emma. So there's not a great setup in this room for me to actually shoot everything that's going on. So we may have to kind of cobble together things as we go. Thank you, MJ. It's a great question. Thank you, HFX Runner. Thank you, Damn Good Thing. And thank you, Raven Puff Games. We've had the first hit of the desubbining. Now that we're a month out from the charity stream, we're back down to a healthy 1580. So, as I said, the rapture has cometh. But thank you all for still being here. I wish I could see that bigger. Thank you, Ninja Monkey. Do I play the piano? Absolutely not, Ninja Monkey. I have very little talent in any musical instrument. Which is to say, none. Thank you, Bass Love. There is a piano in the other room. Laurie plays the piano. And we got that not that long ago from a college that was getting rid of some stuff. So if you are looking to buy a piano, especially... Oh, there's a cardinal outside. That's very pretty. It's looking at me. Where'd that come from? Thank you, Dog. Thank you, Bass Love. This is some Chimo shirt. This is one of the new space shirts. Yeah, we'll do more Battle Buddies episodes. Steffi Girl. Thank you, Wolf Carter. This has been so crazy at work lately. It's been hard to get anything done. Well, I mean, anything specific done. Thank you, MJ. Do you see that Elderwood Academy tweeted you about being a booth intern at DragonCon? No, I didn't. Where would I see that? Thank you, the Psycho Sweetheart. Howdy. Thank you, Astrocore. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Krya. Thank you, Zachary. Thank you, Woojack. On Twitter. Well, yeah, okay. I got Twitter. I thought everyone was freaking out about using predictive text last night when I was posting what the my Google results. I was on my computer. I don't have message on my computer. Thank you, Your Dark Fear. Thank you, Patrick Eng. Thank you, Scary Anchors. Thank you, Indie Angel. All right, where would I see that they messaged me? Who did such? Because I'm curious. I got the Twitters right here. Thank you, Flare Cobra. It absolutely is. Thanks, Sorcerer. I've got the Twitter, Elderwood Academy. Okay, let me take a look real quick. I got Elderwood Boxes, Elderwood Care. Elderwood Academy. Alright, well, I will look that up and try and find that, because, you know, I'd love to go to DragonCon. Thank you to Gang Blossom. Thank you, Arrow Kick. Thank you, Steffers. And thank you, Ravala Maddingdong. You're ready to graduate in honors college. Congratulations. That's awesome. Well done. Thank you, Twitcher. Cooking episode tonight. I'm not busy at all. Hey, glad that worked out. Oh, and thank you, Pandana. And Caps Heavy and Optical. All right, so because enchiladas by themselves are not terribly complicated, I thought maybe I'd switch it up a little or make it a little bit more complicated for myself by trying to do the tortillas from scratch. Thank you, Goblin RB. Thank you, Achievement. So on paper, they don't look difficult. Not really that dissimilar from pasta, except there's no egg in it. So we're going to try it out. If it goes horribly wrong, I have backup tortillas, just because I had made tacos for the kids the other night. So if it blows up, we still got a chance. I'm not sure how long this process will take. This may be a short stream. This may take me quite a while. Let's see. Thank you, Zorzer. Thank you, Lady. Thank you, Carrie. What is up? And thank you, Prince Kelly. And eek, Elise. All right. So first off, I need a bowl. Yeah. I managed to find the biggest bowl I own, I guess. Sorry, I bumped the camera there. Bowl. Okay, I'll take my ring off here because I'm about to get doughy in here. Thank you, Artemis. You enjoy cooking for your wife and kids? Do they say you're good? Sometimes my kids say I'm good. Usually my wife's in favor. I enjoy cooking some things. There are some days where it's a little bit more of a challenge. Thank you, Twitcher. Bonus points for trying to make tortillas from scratch. Look, I got to do something to kick this up a notch, right? But I've never had fresh-made tortillas. I mean, I'm sure I probably had them at a restaurant or something, but I've never had them at home, so I figured let's give it a shot. Could go terribly wrong. I could end up making some kind of vicious paste. Thank you, Goric. Glad to have you here. Thank you, Kirsten. Anything to do but making tortillas from scratch. Whoa, come on. I made fresh pasta. If I can do that, I can do tortillas. It's basically the same thing. All right, I need some flour. This is my pantry. It's got a lot of garbage. All-purpose flour, unbleached, enriched. Now, in theory, this recipe makes like 24, but they're 24 6-inches. So, just to go ahead and throw a curveball in here, I'm going to try and make maybe 16 larger ones. Well, something will happen. Thank you, Jumpy. 38 months sub. Really appreciate that. Thanks, like a sweetheart. No, I do not have a tortilla press. What I have here is a rolling pin. And faith? I thought about buying a tortilla press. I actually looked into that. Thanks, like a sweetheart. Thank you, Literate Potato. And then I didn't. So I got two hands and a dream. We'll see how that goes. So I'm using all recipes that I just found online. I don't have any family secret enchilada recipe. Thank you, Ace Blades. Thank you, Chanchonator. Chancho from Nacho Libre did the fusion dance with the Terminator. Got it. It's a solid origin story. Thank you, Charlie. First 3 minutes watching a while. It's currently almost 2 a.m. here, and I have no. Glad you can make it. Thank you for Fierce Spaniard. All right. So, I'm going to make the dough for the tortillas first. Then I'm going to make the enchilada sauce. Then I'll make the meat. Then I'll cook the tortillas. And then fill them with the meat. And then bake. That's my plan at the moment. This could go really off rails quickly. All right, 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Uno. Okay, come on. I'm glad I bought more. 2. also have a stove cam for when that becomes relevant. What am I on? Trace. And thank you, Spade. Congratulations! Hey, Spade's engaged. Thank you, MJ. Elderwood boxes. Okay. Thank you. I will look for that. And such, we're at PAX. Thank you, Trixie. Will there be Diet Coke in there? Alright, so that wasn't a full cup, so I'm just kind of winging it now, which is very bad for any kind of dough. That looks like it was about 4. Okay, we'll go with that for now. That could come back to haunt me. Thank you, Psychic Sweetheart. To be fair, I don't really cook much, but if you don't have a tortilla press, I was just using a large, flat-bottom pan that's relatively heavy. I got that. Alright, we'll figure that out. We can experiment when we get there. It'll be fine. Thank you, Artemis. You are half Mexican to me if you make tortillas from scratch. That's when we're going to try it. Thanks, Smitty. I might get my Mexican card. Thank you, Veteran Spy. Thank you, Sorcerer. Bacon pancakes. Making bacon pancakes. Cake bacon, and you put it in a pancake. Then we get the whisk, and we whisk about with 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Bacon pancakes. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. That's all. Oh, that's a tablespoon. Don't mess those up. Thank you, Elementium. Thank you, Tabby. Thank you, Katsumi. I watched the last episode of Adventure Time the other day, which I had never seen. Eli has been watching the series. All right, 2, right? And he got up to the last episode, so I was like really into it, watching the season 10 with him. He got up to the last one, and I guess he'd already watched it, and he was like, nah, that one gets weird. It's right before the Great Gumball War. I have to know what happens. So that night after I got into bed, I went and watched it on my own. Though Livy did come in and was very confused as to why I was watching it. Thank you, that nerdy witch. When you press them, make sure you put down wax paper or something. So, I got this. This mat here is actually a silicone mat that's kind of supposed to do that, but I got wax paper too. We can double up. Thank you, Cook Me. Dear chat, you're doing a great job. I'm really proud. Aw, that's very sweet, Cook Me. All right, 1 teaspoon of salt. This is kosher salt, so it actually usually you need like a little extra. Kosher salt doesn't have quite the salt kick some of the other ones do. Thank you, Nix. 33 months. Thank you so much. Thank you, Goric. And try Steven Universe. I never watched Steven Universe. Thank you, Razor. Thank you, Lady, who's gifted a sub to Medrasity. All right, so that's salt. Mix that around a little bit. All right, now it calls for 2 tablespoons of lard. In this particular case, I'm using vegetable shortening, which is the same stuff, more or less. Only it's made from vegetables, so it's probably healthy, right? No, it is not. If you've ever made traditional biscuits, though, traditional biscuits use lard. This is... They call it shortening to make you feel better, right? It's like, it's not lard, it's shortening. It's lard. It's what comes out when they liposuction. But this is from vegetables, so I'm guessing if you liposuctioned a cucumber, you would get Crisco. Thank you, Veteran Spy, for the tier 3 sub. Really appreciate that. I didn't even see that go by. Thank Kayla. Thank you, Beth. Break it ready, no apron. Oh, where's the apron? Okay, hold on. And thank you for the gifted subs, Veteran Spy. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Almost Ghostless. They're right here anymore. Just stop by and say, well, hi then, Kayla. This is necessarily cleaner than what I'm wearing, but there we go. Thank you, Smite Death. All right. Now we're good. All right, so the way this works is first you got to mix all your dry stuff together. That was 2 tablespoons of baking soda, or sorry, baking powder for anyone following along at home. 2 tablespoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of lard, and then it's going to be 1.5 cups of water. But first, thank you, Beth. I mean, you're right. It needed to be here. Thank you, Stanley. Hey, you know, that's what if you're making reels, you really got to have it. All right. So 2 tablespoons of shortening. Okay. It's not all the way out. There we go. That's kind of a heaping tablespoon, but that's fine. It'll be fine. What's up, boy? Okay. Problem with lard or shortening or anything is that you can't wash it off. That's now on your hands forever. I don't know why I'm washing it off because I'm about to plunge my hands into the... Nope, not done. Washing my hands. No, I'm washing my hands. No, I'm washing my hands. Also, I don't see it yet. Now I see it. Alright. Yeah, 1 hour. Then it's bedtime. Done. Thank you, Cherokee X-Ray. Thank you, Kirsten. Abram, thank you. Thank you, Nix. Ari Jelson, haven't made full enchilada yet. I haven't even started. I'm barely started. I hope you feel better, Nix. Thank you, MLP the Chad. Great for shining leather shoes. It's great for just about anything that you don't want to live through. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Gladeline. Thank you, Kelbell. Thank you, Medozy Man. All right, so now, according to the thing, what we're going to do is actually we're going to massage. Very much like when you're cutting butter into a dough. We're going to massage this in, mix it up, and try and get kind of like a pebbly substance. This actually feels really good on my hands. Thank you, Twitcher. Thank you, COD Gods. Thank you, Stutz. What's up? There we go. Squeezing little bits. This feels really good, honestly. Just having your hands in a bowl full of flour. This is why cats do it. This must be what cats feel every day. Thanks, Stutz. Thank you, real Mr. Fishbowl. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that's about as mixed up as it's going to get. Something about this doesn't seem right, proportionally. But, okay. And now I have these hands. These hands! Alright, 1.5 cups of water. What do I do with the cup? Oh, still in there. Perfect. Alright, 1. Now's where things get sticky. 2. Well, that was a half. I just half filled it. Oh, that was a little worm. Worm. Hey, Goric. You have any good suggestions that aren't standard burgers and dogs for a grill? Grilled vegetables are always delicious. Marinated chicken is amazing on a grill. Standard burgers and dogs are actually usually the least of what you're going to want to do. Thank you, Kayla. I did just try and purr. Thank you, Goric. There we go. Good. But yeah, as for, I've got a grill out there on the porch, but I barely ever use it just because it's so hot in Texas so often that going outside, I don't have a covered back porch, so everything is warm out there. And that makes it so I'm just less inclined to go outside and stand over a hot substance. Alright, so it's flaking up about right, so we're not too far off in terms of consistency here. It's really hit or miss on these things sometimes. Hey, Nix. Feeling better now, but last 3 days have been because of lying. Oh, I'm glad you're doing better now. Thank you, Cornelius. All right, so next step is we turn this out, and again, very much like I feel like maybe I'm going to end up needing more water. Very much like when we're making pasta, we get to knead it for a bit. There we go. Okay, until we form a dough ball. I feel like it's a little shaggy, but it might work out. Thank you, Chosen Fives. Thank you, Sorcerer. When does Diet Coke go? That's a great question. Look, if this stays shaggy, we may need to Diet Coke it up a little bit. Thank you, Slink Salmon. We actually, we've been on a real kick with doing more Gmod lately because we just can't get enough of it. So we shot another one today, and we finally figured out custom player models. So we now have a Gmod Let's Play coming out with everybody having custom selected player models. Thank you, Jen and Genomics. Thank you, Ashley. So, any fans of Gmod out there, it's getting a lot of love lately. I think we're actually getting pretty close here. This is coming together. I'm worried that it's not quite smooth enough, but... Thank you, Katie. The player model is not made. Not you, Liv. They are not talking to you. Use the measuring utensils like my boyfriend uses them. I think every man does that instead of talking. Taking what off, Artemis Rose? No, I'm not calling you.
Oh, I thought you called me.
I didn't, but thank you.
Okay, can I see right now?
You want to see right now?
Yeah, how it is.
Dough.
Ooh. Can I see? Watch.
Play-Doh. Not Play-Doh. This is raw tortilla.
Hey, Dad, what's gonna be in the taco?
It's an enchilada.
I mean, in the enchilada.
Beef.
Beef. I'm gonna get some beef and fried ribs.
Hey, careful. Go around. Don't knock over the camera, please. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Billy.
I can go under.
Daddy, if you're not wearing your shirt for a bit.
Did the apron fool you? Are you saying this is what Daddy looks like without the shirt on?
Yeah. Can I please get some water? Can I please get some water?
Can I get a gummy bear?
Yes, you can have gummy back. Yes, you can have some water.
But I can get the water. I can get the ice in the cup, and I can fill the water. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Glacierus. Thank you, Espresso. Alright, we might be there with the dough. I don't want to over-knead it, if such a thing is possible. Which I'm sure it is. It doesn't look quite as smooth as the example at this point. Thank you, Purple Super Fox. Thank you, Jelly Bean. Thank you, Devenger. Cookie's only fueling my own need to bake. Gotta bake some. Yeah, do it. Get in there and bake. Thank you, CPS. Thank you, Nix. Oh, CPS thinks I have adorable kids. I'm in luck. In this country, CPS is Child Protective Services. So it would be the one that would be taking them away if I was being a bad father. You good over there, love?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Nix.
I'm gonna watch for a little bit. I'm gonna watch.
Well, I mean, it's enchilada. Well, you could say ensalada, I suppose, but it sounds more like salad.
Daddy, let's bring it all the way.
Also, I don't know if you heard, but I get a half Mexican card just for making fresh tortillas. So,
Daddy, how's your video going?
careful, please don't hit that wire. Thank you, Vienna.
I can go under it.
Thank you, Big Greasy.
I go under it.
Okay, I think that's gonna do as far as dough goes.
Can I try smashing it?
No.
Smashing.
All right, go play, you.
I'm gonna watch for a little bit of the video.
It doesn't seem quite as smooth as I would like it, but oh well. We'll go with it. Maybe it'll fall apart, maybe it won't. Okay. So, in the instructions it says to then kind of divide this into 24 equal pieces. So if I shoot for maybe more like 18, there's a surface area calculation that needs to be done here. Thank you, hello. Thank you, Mackie Bean. Thank you, Artemis. There's one game. Well, I mean, if you need to use more than one, you can. But otherwise, I'm just being thrifty. All right, let's see. So, there's half. All right. Quarter. Maybe I should just stick with how the instructions have it. Okay. Thank you, Kayer. So what they did was then they subdivided each one of these into 4, 8, 12, 16. That's 16. Sorry. They must have done them into... thank you, Joe Vince. Okay, wait a minute. I swear it said it makes 24. So they quartered them. So 4 goes into 24 6 times, so they cut 6 from each of these. That's all. Seems like a lot. Alright, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. I did not. That's 5. Then they are definitely not equal sized. Okay. Let's just try again with this one. Okay, slightly thinner. Starting at the peak, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, those look roughly identical. All right. Tell you what, let's just, for the sake of experimentation here, we'll throw all this dough over here. Say to roll it into a ball. You're supposed to make a bunch of equally sized balls. Thank you, Cher. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Okay, here we go. Good enough. All right. Let me hit me with a little bit of white powder here. Oh, this thing is made out of silicone as well, so I don't know that it's gonna need more room to roll. Really have a sticking problem so much. These are too small. Let's see. Thank you, Darian. To watch most of this later because of terrible internet. Good night. See, that's too small. That's not even a 6-inch. And that's pretty thin as it is, so. That's a tiny little tortilla. Thanks, Charlotte. Oh, she is indeed. Definitely needs at least 2 of these to make one. All right, let's take 2. Thank you, Ninja Monkey.
Daddy, back.
What was that?
This one. I'm back to get some more ice.
What just fell down?
It's this sword.
Uh-huh. Now, what these are not is round, like even a little.
That's a lot of ice. So see how many ice there is? Look how many ices there is.
That is a lot of ice.
And it's a lot of yummy ice.
Careful. Can you pick that up and put it in the sink, please?
You bet.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna put the giant ones. Really.
Alright, I don't know how much these puff up when you cook them, but that's getting pretty thin.
Daddy, I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you, Livy. I appreciate that. Does that look like a tortilla?
Not really, but if you wrap it around, it'll definitely look like one.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you, Ninja Monkey. Thank you, Nix.
And I think your
Oh,
cooking
yes.
looks really good.
You're 20 to 35 grams. Ooh, if only I had a scale.
Daddy, I think your cooking looks really good.
Thank you, Livy.
Look at my mixes, Daddy. Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Livy.
I'll come back to taste the food.
Okay. I mean, I'm getting it pretty. I don't know what the correct thickness would be here. Thank you, Purple Super Fox. This is going to be part of achievement our business. I mean, depends on how it turns out, I guess. Thank you, Artemis. Cookie streams every month. I haven't really planned on it, but who knows? Maybe. All right. It looks not terribly well shaped. Round is a far cry, but it's pretty thin. I don't know, I'm kind of inclined to heat one up and just see what happens. Let's experiment, why don't we? Here, I got another camera over there to help with this. There we go. Now it said to hit it with some cooking spray, even though it also recommended cast iron, and this is non-stick, so. Well, give it a shot. I'm just gonna follow instructions until it turns out that that's a terrible idea. Okay. Thank you, Eek, Elise. Rest 30 minutes, and it didn't tell me that in my instructions, which means I'm entirely believing you, to be honest. But I'm just gonna throw one of these on there and see what happens. It's nice and flat. Thank you, Tech Encore. Thank you, Sayorin. Thank you, Invader Toff. I love Invader Zone. Also, don't remember exactly how hot this was supposed to kick up to. Let's see. Didn't take a picture of the instructions, so we're just winging it. Thank you, Beth. You're going to roll it outwards from the middle and keep rotating it as you go. Get more round. I'll try it on the next one. Thank you, Twitter. Testing quality food. I was going to let the two-legged little ones do it, but... Alright, right now I'm on medium-high, which with this stove is usually pretty intense. See what happens. Then you can wait for it to puff up. Thank you, Janie Bob. I'm so sorry. Get some food. Get a snack. Thank you, Timeless Memory. Like it's supposed to. I'm a big no-no here, but okay, I've got a pretty sharp-edged silicone. Starting to think maybe it's not thin enough, or maybe I'm not hot enough. Thank you, Deadly Darkness. Appreciate it. Puff. This does not look good. it's not doing anything. Gotta use your hands. I'm okay, Twitcher. I'll go halfway. It's puffing up a little bit. It's not bubbling though. Goodness gracious. Thank you, C. Smith. This is the last off-topic. Chef Mike made the nostalgic thing about Albus, Ormo, Borealis, Mogar, and Bojangles, and Mighty Frank. Realistic chance we see Brave. As far as I'm aware, that show's kind of in limbo at the moment. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. Right, this is clearly way too thick. What I've made here is more like a pita bread. So that could explain why maybe it is chunk, man. This thing is solid. Meg! Woohoo! Thank you, Meg. Maybe Meg knows how to make tortillas better. Thank you, Gorick. Pressing it with a heavy pan. But this one's done for. Thank you, Taz Devil. I need to go drop my reset in Meg's stream pretty soon. I think I'm probably right there at 36 months too. Thank you, Cloud9. Don't forget to come to RTX. Free play panel. It's happening. We had a planning session just yesterday. Yeah, that's. I don't even know how to tell if it's done. It's done. Now, ooh, it's hot. All right. So what did we learn here? To be honest, this seems a little thick. Oh. Tastes like tortilla, though. I mean, considering the number of ingredients, it's really hard to mess it up. Thank you, Almas. Thank you, Ninji. Tastes pretty good. But it's not that much thicker than tortillas that I'd get at the store. But it feels a little too dense, to be honest. Alright. Let me try to roll one a little bit flatter. Absolute Ninja Monkey. Alright, and just go back to this one that I had. Really just get it really flat. Maybe that's why when it was supposed to be 6 inches and I ended up with much less, that was the problem. See, this is starting to look more not correctly shaped, but that's a nice thin one. Someday I'll figure out circles. Hey, Ann. Thank you, Senator. She was having RTX and he goes, I'm getting married. Oh, well, congratulations, though. That's awesome. Thank you, Beth. We almost had a circle. All right, hold on. It's still pretty hot, so I think we're okay if we just, kick that on there. That's definitely like a pita bread. I mean, this one is almost the same size as the other one. The other one was twice the dough. Bubble! I gotta say, the kosher salt is actually kind of cool in this because since there wasn't too much liquid, it didn't really have much to dissolve into. So every now and again with this, you just get like a little blast of salt. Oh, we got a bowl. One lonely little bubble. Thank you, Kirsten. That's right, we're just thinking outside the circle. That was really good, though. I mean, I love the biscuits and breads and things like that, so I may be biased. Bubble says we're on the right course, though. Really don't know how long to leave these things. Doing a fine job of making a flatbread, though. All right. So, let's do a ball and a half. And then I'm going to go a little bit slower in hopes that maybe I can get more of a circle. Thank you, Irish Nord Gaming. Just giving it kind of a light roll first. Trying to establish a shape. I think there might be a little too much flour in this, just because, judging by the way it's kind of dense. There's not a lot of give to that. I mean, it looks like a tortilla. Got the kind of burn marks on it. And this one's going to go super, super thin. As thin as I can make it. Because it's still, even now, that still feels a little too dense. This is why people just buy tortillas at the store. It's way too much work. Most of the restaurants that you go to here in Texas have like a big machine processing them that you can just watch and think, man, I'm glad I am not the machine that makes tortillas. Still wouldn't say we've achieved really like enchilada size though. They definitely thicken up in the pan a bit. So as thin as you're making it, make it even thinner. Because it will need to be thinner than that. Get the knife out of the way. Make it like pasta thickness. All right. Test. That's not bad. I'm not worried about it staying soft enough for me to roll. Thank you, Irish. Thank you, DC Goliath. Thank you, Danny. Nice press use a steamroller. That'd do it. You can also just do this. No, pasta, they say you're supposed to be able to see through it. Caught it. Alright, that is a thin and fairly close to reasonably sized tortilla. Let's see how it goes. A little spritz of that. This is my final test. Thank you, Dr. Yellow. Thank you, Gorick. Ziploc bag after, yeah, maybe. Thank you, Beth. Laundry washing machine presses. Goodness gracious. I think I might have overworked it. Which is maybe why it's a little bit tougher. It's hard to drop it when it's this thin. I'm hoping for some big bubbles though. If we can get a couple big bubbles, and we'll call it a success. Thank you, Mendoza Man. Thank you, Artemis. I can always just throw it back in the microwave to nuke it. Might happen. I ate a whole ball of dough. I will regret it. Bubbles. Oh, we've done it. This is it. This is the one. We got lots of bubbles. Thank you, One Crazy Iowan. Thanks, like sweetheart. Oh, yeah. We got bubbles everywhere. Hey, Barstool. Need to have steam to make them more flexible. Well, I can introduce a little bit of water to the pan. I think that's kind of they just sort of steep in a warmer, that'll keep them flexible. So let's just see if I go, that's not enough water to do anything. Thank you, Zima Toxic. Thank you, Ninja Monkey. Could happen. Thank you, Artemis. I mean, that was just the recipe I happened to find. Thank you, Mendoza. Also, I like flour more than corn. Make a tiny enchilada for No.
Can I look at them?
Well, you can see my first tortilla.
Yeah.
Looks like a tortilla, right?
Can I? Oh no, by this part.
Hold on, it's very hot.
Of the red part when it's cooled down.
Here you go.
Is it gonna?
That'd be fine. What do you think? You look very concerned. Good?
Hey, can I have a little? Can I have a little some in a bowl?
Well, I gotta make a lot more of them. We'll see what's left,
Like,
okay?
like if there's a little some left, can I have
Yes,
them?
if there are any left, you can have them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It tastes really, and I'm glad I tried it.
I'm glad you tried it too. You liked it?
Mhm. It's nice and crispy.
Nice and crispy.
Yeah, crispy. It's like it's good.
I'm glad you liked it.
This.
Careful, please don't move that.
What's this hook for?
I don't actually know. Alright, let's see.
I think it's this, like, I don't know. I still love you.
Was that on the table? Was it a consideration that you might not?
What?
No, I'm just teasing. Look.
Are you talking to your people?
I'm talking to you. You said you still love me like you almost didn't love me.
No, I said I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Is that blueberries?
No, those are black beans.
I like black beans.
Black beans.
Black beans.
Black beans. There you go. You guys watching Adventure Time again?
Oh, I'm watching on a tablet. He's watching Adventure Time.
Okay.
And I'm watching it. It's very cold. So don't feel my hands because once we hold them, they're really cold.
They were a little cold.
Yeah, because I've been playing with ice. I'll come back. I'll come and check on you in a little bit, okay?
Okay.
To see on the enchiladas.
Okay.
And I think you're doing a really good job. Do you think you're doing a really good job? 'Cause I think
I haven't completely failed. That's a good start.
I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was quite an entry there, bud.
Emma, you
Careful, no swinging the stick around in
You
here.
almost
Go.
hit me. You almost got hit me.
The dog must be the platinum.
What?
The dog must be the platinum by me.
No, I think I got it. Thanks.
Please?
Please what? What, you want to roll the dough?
Yeah.
It's not as easy as it looks.
Please.
And it doesn't look very easy. So.
Please, just please. I know how to do it. I did it.
When did you do it?
Like when Granny was here, we were making like cookies.
You don't roll the dough for cookies usually.
Oh yeah, but please.
Oh, watch out for the knife, okay? There's a knife right there. I don't want you to...
Pretty, please, can I? Please, 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 please. Can I just try it?
Well, first of all, go wash your hands.
Oh, so it doesn't stick.
No, because your hands might be dirty.
With
Thank you, One Crazy Iowan.
soap?
Yes, with soap. Seriously, should have a cooking show called Rooster Feast. I'm ready. Let's do it. lots of soap over there.
Where?
Just use the
Oh.
dishwasher.
Nope.
Or, you know, any bar stool.
I'm not using the dishwasher.
That's a good idea. Because you don't have any other soap, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm slowly approaching a circle. Very slowly.
K.
Hey, HC Blue.
The E in the Y is the done.
Alright, watch out for that pan over there. It's hot, okay?
Okay. Wait, what pan?
I'll let you start the next one. Give me a second here.
Okay.
Just don't touch anything with your clean
Wait,
hands.
what pan?
That pan is hot. Okay. We can try this thing. But it should be clean. I did wash it. Dave, Ice Like
Hey,
Elm.
can I try pushing it?
Hey, Zorzor.
Can I try pushing it?
I don't think you're tall enough.
I am.
Ugh,
I climb on the kitchen.
that didn't do anything.
I can do something.
I didn't make it any larger.
I will.
There you got him, Craigie. No, Eli, no. Buddy, if I couldn't do it, you're not gonna. Not with the
How do
lid.
you know?
Not with the lid. Because I weigh like 4 times what you weigh.
I'm 10 times what you.
Since when?
Since ever.
Since no.
Since yeah.
Since no.
Since yeah. Hey, please.
Hold on. It's coming. It's coming. I'm going getting it real thin.
What's that?
Oh, you read it. What does it say? There you go, Elise. Roll a ball, then press the pot on it. Okay, we'll try that on the next one. Hey, watch out. There's a knife there. Don't climb on the counter. Hey, dude, hold on to that.
Not the name.
No, don't climb on the counter anyway. Get on the counter.
Get on the counter?
Get off the counter.
Oh, you said get on it.
No, I didn't. Okay, this one's just about good. Ready for the pan.
My turn.
Hold on. No, I'll let you do the next one. Hold on.
Hooray! Oh. Where's a compliment of me?
What's a what?
A compliment of me.
How would you expect compliments?
Because everyone thinks I'm cute. Do people do you guys think I'm cute?
Thank you, Hashkay. Hey, get down. Get down.
Why?
Get down.
Why?
Get down.
Why?
Get down. Because it said so.
Why?
3,
Why?
2.
Why?
Eli, come down here. You want cheers for this? I guess I'll turn off the TV. A potato! Eli, I guess I'll turn off the TV.
No, okay, you can watch it.
No, you have to watch it. I'm
I'm
not.
watching Curious George.
I know, but I'm going to turn it off.
Hey.
Dad said I can roll.
Go.
But Dad,
What?
you said I can do the roll with the pin.
If you can listen, you can. If you can't behave, then you cannot.
But do I
So listening.
I love
That
it.
looks like you have your belly out with a knife.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
Take this away. Put that elsewhere. That doesn't belong here.
I love you.
I love
Wow, the pin, John.
Why can't you not kiss it because I'll turn it off?
Let me stop
you.
it.
All right, both of you upstairs.
I was going to turn it off.
Yeah, coming.
Okay. Thank you, Pizza Man. Thank you, Tactical Savory. All right, let's see. Wait, does it up? We got a bubble. It's a good start. All right, so if we start from just a ball of dough, which just like was not warned about in the description, but I should have expected, just like in the case of pasta, is definitely drying out. All right, so we take the big pan and we go. Thank you, CBS. Eli, bring that back. Thank you.
Eli, come and get your stick.
Stop taking my thing. Hey, This is not the listening that I'm talking about.
Hey, give me back my stick.
I'll take
Hey,
it.
hey. We're not doing that in here. Hey, Artemis. Hey, May. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, whoa. Enough. Upstairs. Eli? No.
I'm trying to heal it upstairs. I'm sorry,
Eli?
Dad.
Thank you, baby. Upstairs.
Please,
Eli? No.
one.
No, you've already had one. Upstairs. Also, you're not listening right now, so you're not getting treats. Upstairs.
Already. You got my stick.
Parenting. Oh, we got some nice big bubbles on that one. Well, I will say that at least gave us a nice rounder start. I don't know whether I can maintain it. Hey, Ninja Monkey. He did heist real good. I'm proud of his ingenuity. Snuck right off with it. We got an, okay, here's absolutely nice for having a rounder start space. Should have gotten the tortilla press. Oh, should probably get that one off. How we like in here? Oh, that looks pretty good. Alright. I'm just putting them over there and covering them with a towel. I'll turn that down just a little bit, but I'm not going to turn it off this time. Thank you, Serafina. Thank you, Beth. Do your family friends ever randomly come out with a quote that made you go, where did you pull that from? Because my mom just wished me well. Do or do not. Oh, then she went full Yoda on you. Well, yeah, I mean, that can happen occasionally. Hey, Nix. They are a handful, let me tell you. I feel like I'm spending a lot more time rolling than is strictly necessary. I'm going to try and speed it up a little bit, and maybe that'll help. Oh. And then you get little protrusions. I get little peninsulas. Thank you, HC Blue. Oh, carbs are delicious. Every cooking stream I ever do is going to have carbs on it, you better believe. This is looking good. I like this. Thank you, Pyridema. See, I was really banking on the fact that I have that weird thing where I can do things usually on the first try right, and then never again. Like, if I'm going to mess it up, it'll be on test number 2, typically. Alright. Test number 1 usually goes swimmingly well. What are you doing, boy? You're not upstairs, I can't help but notice.
I'm just cool.
Too cool. Well, I'm doomed. Alright. That was probably not a good idea. Thank you, Canada. Just the entire country. I assume that you've sent a representative, and that's who Canada SS or SAA is.
I get back to sleep.
Yeah.
Did you look at that tortilla over on the pan and see if it's bubbling?
Ooh, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Can I try the dough part?
Try the dough part. Well, the dough's not cooked yet.
So it's not gonna taste good.
Yeah, it just tastes like
Wait.
dough.
Can I eat some black beans?
When I cook them, we'll warm it up. They're cooked already.
Can I eat some?
Sure.
Where are they?
Well, they're not out of the jar yet.
Oh, I didn't know.
No, they're still in the jar.
What's that? Oh, you haven't cooked them yet?
Correct.
Oh,
Can't tell.
I was really hoping for this to be tight. Why did he make it so small?
What?
This.
Well, because it stores better.
There. I put it back.
It smells almost like pancakes.
Can I smell it?
Yeah, you can smell it. You're in here.
Yeah, you're right.
Tortilla. Thank you, dear Slayer. Thank you, Cherry Raindrops. Remember, make sure you're rolling your dough too much. Tasting dense, try to dough less to get the thickness by stretching it rather than rolling. Give it a shot. Thank you, Enemy Nightwing. There really is. How bad. That's fun. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that you had a rough father there. I mean, I do my best. It's being a dad is hard, so it's very easy to be a good dad like for an hour. It's much harder to be a good dad for the entire life of a child. And it's funny, I was thinking about this the other day. Whenever I get frustrated with the kids for something, and I think, well, okay, so I just told you for the 12th time. Actually, for some things it's like, I just told you for the 200th time, you know, put shoes away, or don't do this, don't do that, don't do, you know, what are all the various things that parents always have to say, don't do this, don't do that. For me, I've said it a bunch. For the kids, how far back their memory extends is an ever-growing sort of situation. They're very smart, and they remember a lot of things, but at a certain point, they only remember back so far. So you may have said something 200 times, and in their memory, it's really only more like 10. So you have to kind of take it with a little grain of salt there. It's like, well, to me, I have very, very adequately explained to you why and how you should never, ever do whatever the thing is that I'm telling you not to do. To them, it may be like their second time hearing it, maybe. Thank you, Shadow Aces. So, you have to just kind of take a deep breath and then go, all right, once again, the reason we don't put matches in our face is because fire burn hot. I could try and work it less by just rolling it a couple times, but rolling it a little more intensely. Can't help but notice I'm getting something that more resembles a circle too, so that's good. Thank you, Cadence Lupus. Oops. Stretch. There we go. See, that works out way better in terms of time, and there we go. Tortilla. Got it. Now I'm flying through them. Like pizza dough. Thank you, Yes Bucket. Wow, I was exposing you all. Thanks for being here, Yes Bucket. Okay, there we go. Stretch. This one's gotten a little wrinkly. Good enough. He's got a lot of wet paper towels though. Oh, it just has one big like spot. And every time I put one on there, I'm throwing some wet paper towels between each layer, which is both using a lot of paper towels, but hopefully also making for more supple tortillas. Okay. Squish! That's about as big as that gets. Alright. Get a good roll that way. Get a good roll this way. Turn. Good roll that way. Good roll this way. Too thin. This one's very thin. Like maybe this one was a smaller size dough ball. But It's not a bad size. And each one's taking me significantly less time, so that's good. And we're getting bubbles. Thank you, Missy Mar. They look like tortillas. They taste good. It's good we're going to do, I think. I'm to the point where I'm ahead now. I gotta wait for them to cook before I can. These are definitely aging over here. That one got a little bit short. There we go. They morbid acorn. I mean, I'm making enough for. I don't know if I'll end up taking these to the office or not. Jeff's not there this week. Be a real shame if he missed enchilada night day. Also, I was just thinking I should just figure out how to do it and then make them at work. Then you go CPA. Because otherwise, they're just getting like old, tired enchiladas instead of like new hotness enchiladas. Because my cooking is not good enough that I would imagine that it ages well reheated in a microwave. So I should just really nail the recipe. And then just take it on the road. I got my little hot plate, you know. We'll just take it right in there. Just okay, that's going. That didn't work. I was really hoping for a nice splat. How many do I have at this point? I only need like 8. All right, you need them. Yeah, they're nice and pliable here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna have 5 and 6 is in the pan. Thank you, Folksy Forrester. Thank you, JT Baston. Heard Jack's temporary audio versions of all of our songs for the Achievement Hunter musical today. I think you guys will be happy. I mean, if nothing else, just because we're really quashing memes lately, aren't we? Here we go. Enchilada night's in the works. The Achievement Hunter, why am I still have this? The Achievement Hunter musical's finally coming to fruition. Like all the old jokes are new again. These are becoming more circular, which is really cool. I mean, that looks like an almost real tortilla. Thank you, Twitcher. Thank you, Prince Callie. Thank you, Ninja Monkey. Here you have a solo part. I do. Thank you, Flame Cobra, but mine's more spoken word than sung, so. Referred to Moonball a Dough Ball. Moonball a Dough Ball. Thank you, Skybolt. Oh, let's see. How much wool? Is it going to go through the drywall? I'm going to have to clean it up. Oops, I already messed that up. It's the problem with doing such things in your own house. When I'm doing it at work, it's like, whatever. When I'm doing it here, it's like, nah, I'm the one that has to fix that. Thank you, Skybolt. If you want an extra life stretch called Enchilada during this week for a hot plate, I'll do it. Thank you, Missing Dog. Tomorrow's a Doki Doki. I have no idea what that is. I'm not involved in it, so I have no idea. Thank you, Girls Rule. $100. $100. I'll moonball a dough ball into the wall. Ugh. But I don't encourage you to do that. That's why I set it at $100, because I figured that probably will go undone. Also, it's going to be very disappointing. So I would not recommend it. What dough ball's going to do is just going to go thump and then fall. Thank you, Batosai. And then my kids will run down and go, what just happened? And I'll have to explain to them that Daddy was just paid to hurl a ball of dough at the wall, and they'll be disappointed in me as a person. It's a whole thing. So, recommend we'll let that one just go. Thank you, it's me. I keep leaving my tongs over here. I did a very bad job on this one. I'm sorry, Tortilla, I failed you. I've done a terrible job on it. It's just all lumpy and misshapen and... Thank you, Madozi Man. Ipecac, oh god. No, see, I'm not gonna do that. Food I don't mess with. Not cool. Ooh. Thank you, wee wee kisses. Livy. No, I think you've had enough time. These smell really good. He's done. Okay. Thanks, Guy Bolt. Last potluck didn't take a lot of punch. It's probably Pyrex more than glass, so. And I try and keep my weight over here on the edges, since I don't want to have it shatter and then fill my hand with shards of Pyrex and or glass. Laying this down to a science. And then roll. Roll. Too much. Mess that one up. Roll. I've made him just a mockery of this one. I ripped a hole in it. I didn't do enough roll. I did too much push. Remember, it's a rolling pin, not a pushing pin. Which is what you do hang artwork with. Not something you create art with. I like this technique a little bit better though. It helps if you make that noise when you do it. Makes it nice and thin. Old man screams at sky. Look, not every tortilla is created round. Has that homemade air. Thank you, the dude. I too am familiar with the Wu-Tang. You're on top of it. That's how you dad properly. You'd be familiar with the Wu-Tang. Alright, let's see. Just to get started, maybe I could start kicking up the sauce a little bit. I have a lot of lulls here. It says to start with 2 tablespoons of oil. It didn't say olive oil, but we're going to go with olive oil. I like olive oil. I know it's a real mismatch with Mexican cuisine, but that's what we got. Not even going to light that off yet, though. Thanks, Guy Bolt. What did I do? Huh? I'm confused. Thank you, Nix. My dad raised in strict finesse there all the time. I tried to do my best, Devon. I'm so sorry, Nix. I understand. Believe me. I'm right there with you. Father's Day is rough when you're in the passed away father club. Okay. nice stack of tortillas going here. I really should have gotten a warmer. Maybe with that. Thank MJ. In the meantime, thank you. I will look for that message and see if I can figure out a way to do Dragon Con. Thank you, Wild Scotsman. Thank you, Shadow. Old man screams at sky. Oh, I get it. Thank you, Shadow Silver Star. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, I'm dumb. Alright, we're doing about quarters on these. Doesn't matter how much I push, at a certain point, I'm going to get that size piece of dough. Thank you, Gork. Is that oil thing, and where do I get one? Oh, this deal, I got this on Amazon. It's really cool because it's got, this is for olive oil, but it's got a pump here and measurements on the, what's the best camera shot? Measurements on the nozzle. So you can make, put as much oil as the recipe calls for. I'm pretty sure I got it on Amazon. Either that or Bed Bath & Beyond. Where else does one buy kitchen things? It is very useful though. I highly recommend it. So you don't have to get something dirty every time you want to. Which oil dirty on a thing like that is an extra hassle because same issue where it's it just takes more effort to clean it. That's a nice big tortilla. Only got so much space anyway, so. Ooh, let that one go on a little bit too long. Alright, so we are at probably enough tortillas, though I need to make a couple extra for kids. So that they will be happy and love me, as every father desires. Thank you, Camel of Soup. I hear one coming now. Ha! I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. Why are you so jumpy?
You scared me.
Mm-hmm.
Can I eat some tortilla?
What's that? Some tortilla? Oops.
I want to try it.
Here's a little piece of one.
Is it cool?
It's no, not cool at all.
I'm blowing on.
Okay.
Mm.
What do you think? Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I scared you.
Okay. Can I have another, please?
Oh, hold on, I'll make one for you. Wait, well, okay, well, you're already eating that one, so.
I like it.
Yeah, are they good?
Mm-hmm. I love it.
Not pretty good. I guess we'll eat this one, huh?
Yeah.
You gonna share this with your brother?
Can I have it with him?
Huh?
Can I have it with him?
There you go.
I'll see if he likes it. I'll try. I'll give him.
Accidentally scared my daughter. Well, I scared her on purpose, but here's the thing. Livy is a stalker. I mean, like, not scared of for my life or anything. My point is she will sneak downstairs and slowly, especially if you're in the kitchen, will slowly sneak her way around you, waiting to jump out and scare you at just the right moment. However, apparently, should you return the favor, terrifying. Can't handle that. That's almost equal pieces. All right, 4 more and we're done with the tortillas. Squish. Good enough? Oh, no, I'm not terribly happy with how that came out. Okay, there we go. Oh, the cicadas are back. She's never actually successfully gotten me because I'm pretty good at hearing when she comes downstairs. She's not the quietest when she tromps down the stairs. But she has absolutely gotten Laurie a time or two with her little sneak fest. Hey, Purple Super Fox. Right? I mean, if you're going to do it, you got to be ready to get it done back, right? You can't just scare people and be like, no, but don't do it to me. That's not acceptable. That's not how the game works. I don't know how you just dampen a paper towel. It's like all or nothing. There we go. Thank you, Kirsten. You're wrong about my tortilla making skills? Wait, you're saying for the better or for the worse? Thank you, Thane. You saying I'm doing better than you expected me to do or worse than you expected me to do? I mean, I'm learning as I go here. Because, what do we always say? Learn by doing. Thank you, Gorick. You gotta be careful about that. And you deserve to be punched in the face for that. Suitably impressed. Alright. I don't feel like I deserve it. They do taste good, but they're definitely not circular. But considering, I think I'm doing alright. I'm getting to the point where I'm rolling them out faster than I can cook them. I like them. What do you think?
I liked it and I liked it.
You both like it.
I loved it.
You loved it.
I loved it. Actually, I loved it more than I loved it.
You loved it more than you loved it? What does that mean?
It's yummier than anything.
Than anything. Well, please don't knock it over.
You made another one?
I've made many.
If there's left, can we have some?
Yes, absolutely.
If there's any left.
Any left, they're all yours.
Any left. If like there are 2 more left, and I can share some with you.
Of course, thank you.
Because are you making another one right now?
Yeah.
Oh my, are they going to be all a part of the casserole? How many can it make?
Until I run out.
Of dough?
There you go, Rick. Thank you, $14.99 leopard.
Careful
Careful with the wire, okay? That will knock it out. Thank you, Necro.
I can go under.
Oh, that's awesome. Expecting your first
Watch
muffin.
this, I can go under it.
Please don't. I don't want you. You're very good at knocking things over by accident. So if you could please maybe just not do that, I really appreciate it an awful lot, and I will make you a lot more tortillas if you just stay away from the fire, please. Nope, what you're doing I don't like.
I'm not bumping.
Not yet. Not yet.
I just love you. Oh! It looks like a big giant sandwich.
Kinda. Thank you, Nix. I'm impressed by your tortillas of your right technique measurement.
I'm impressed by your tortillas.
Hey, Brazilian chef guard. You're impressed by my tortillas? Thank you.
I'm impressed by all your food that you make.
That's definitely not true. There's quite a few of the things that I've made that you
Like
have not
everything
enjoyed.
that you make so far.
Thank you, Libby.
I'm glad. Are you making another one?
I'm making at least 3 more. Thank you, Folksy Forrester.
Oh, I bet there's gonna be. Oh.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, honestly, the YouTube audience for the stream has grown kind of very rapidly and quite impressively. You need to get to filming. Well, Barstool, I'm in trouble then because it's going to be several minutes before I'm ready to fill them. So if I can always microwave them just to soften them back up.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, Liddy.
Baby, can I help you with anything?
I wish you could. I've completely lost my train of thought. Oh, right.
What's train of thought?
Means what you were thinking about. What I was going to say was, let's see, Necro Vega had just said that they were expecting their first little kid, like you.
I like it.
What's your advice for someone having their first kid, Livy?
What's that mean?
What would you tell someone that's about to have a child for the first time? Their first baby.
Well, Memphis tomorrow's gonna have her mom's gonna have her baby.
Really? You're about to have one of the people in your class is going to have a sister?
No, a baby.
Or a brother?
A baby sister.
Baby sister, okay.
Because they're gonna be a sister. Because it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be girl.
Well, Memphis is a girl, so Memphis will be a sister for sure.
Yeah.
Good catch up. All right.
That's like me and Eli came out of mommy's
Okay.
tummy. But you two made us.
Not gonna have this discussion right now.
Are you talking to me?
No, baby, I'm not.
Are you making another one?
Yes.
That's a lot.
There's just lots of things.
I hope we have enough cloths for that.
I think we're good.
Everybody's building. I tell her what to say.
All right, go play, you.
I wanna see.
Go play. Let's see. Thank you, Nix. However, the truth has to be whether the
I'll come back to taste it.
cheese bread from Fogo. Ah. Thank you, some random Canadian gaming. Thank you, Pig Leg. What's cooking? We're doing some enchiladas. Thank you, Ninja Muggy. Look, we're straight out of the house. I did feel like I was channeling my inner Jim there. Thank you, Kirsten. Yeah. I had no faith I could do them either. I like being wrong. Thank you, Coffee Cat Games. Thank you, Beth. Mid-sentence in the middle of doing something, you stop telling you kids you love. I mean, I'm pretty sure they know, because I do tell them a lot. That's one of those things where I'm trying to make sure that I do a good job about is, I never, had that kind of relationship with my dad in a lot of ways, where it was not something I remember him saying to me as I was growing up. Not that he was a bad dad, it's just that he was not very vocal about that sort of thing. And again, this is a memory of a child, so could be entirely on me that I just don't remember it. But I want to make sure that they remember me saying it. So, if nothing else, now they have video proof. So, in 10 years when they resent me and say that I didn't say that I love them, you busted. I got video proof. Thank you, my White Hunter. Congratulations, that's awesome. And thank you, E to Dick was taken. Hi. Alright, there we go. Last one. Then we'll make some sauce. Then we cook the meat and onion. Stuff them. I should turn on the stove, or the oven. What was it? Let's see. 350. We'll say the gas oven takes forever to heat up. That's kind of a downside. Thank you, P. Walter. Exactly. Yep. Daddy issues after this upbringing, then there was nothing else I could have done. I did my best. Darn it. Tried to. I had the conversation again, explain to Eli, I want to be on the stream. Why can't I be on the stream? Well, because someday you're going to grow up and you may decide that you didn't want to be on the stream, but then it's out there forever. Not that I think I'll be around forever. Oh, I remember. I was going to talk about the website, or not the YouTube channel. Thank you, Unimpressed Llama. Thank you, Twitter. We're about to get to the actual enchilada part. So far, it's been nothing but tortilla. Okay. One more layer here, and we're good to go. There's a lot of warmth in that stack still, so I think we're all right. Okay. Move this stuff out of the way. cook this bread anymore. I don't need the flour anymore. Thank you, Mind Freak. Thank you, Lawless Bone. Thank you, Feral Dingo. But so many people lately seem to have really been enjoying using the YouTube archive that can't make it to the regular streams. So I think I might actually go ahead and just bring it under the official RT banner and just start flipping the streams over much faster, just because a lot of people watch it there. Also, it gets really weird. It's not going to happen tomorrow or anything, so don't freak out, especially if Megan's here, because I know she administers a lot of that. Thank you, Kingfishy. Thank you, Benji Maj. But the weird thing about it is, as it stands, with it being kind of a very separate entity that's on such a delay, is things come in weird cycles where I just started getting a bunch of condolences for when David passed away, which was very strange to me at first, because like, why is this all of a sudden coming? Because I don't know, why is it? That happened like a month ago, and then I streamed about it later, and it's like, but all that stuff is just hitting YouTube, so which has really kind of clued me in as to how many people are using the YouTube archive, kind of exclusively. So some of these are not big enough to work for enchiladas, but we'll just sort them out. So I may just stop being a stick in the mud about it and just let it move to YouTube faster. That way, all the people that enjoy watching it there can watch it there without being so far behind, and then having weird, like, past cycles of conversations. Because then it's like, someone has a question about something, it's so far gone from my mind, because that was a month and a half ago, that it's really hard to respond to. Alright. That's the last one of those. Now the sauce, I'm going to go ahead and start. Brought it up here, then lit the wrong one. Ooh, that is hot. It is not channeling heat around that. How are we looking? Looking good. Alright. Got a little thick there at the end, but it'll be okay. Thank you, Bigfoot. Alright, so for the sauce. Let's move this that way. Put it on main stage here. It's said to make a roux, but with oil, which I've never made a roux with oil before. Once again, we'll be using 2 tablespoons of flour here. And then it called for, as I recall, garlic powder, chili powder, oregano, cumin, and salt. This is just for the enchilada sauce. Let me make sure that was it. So I got some olive oil, 2 tablespoons of olive oil going in there. Then 2 tablespoons of flour, 4 tablespoons of chili powder, half teaspoon of garlic powder, half teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cumin, and 1/4 teaspoon of dried oregano, and then hit it with stock. Now, if you've never made a roux before, it's intimidating. But since this is a roux made from oil and not from butter, I hope it won't be nearly as finicky. A roux is basically when you mix, I don't know, forgive me if I'm talking down to anybody, but a roux is basically when you mix some form of cooking fat with flour and it's used as a thickening agent, so it makes your sauce a little bit thicker. AFK. Don't say I'm Yes, exactly. There's a lot of people, I feel like I'm just denying people in foreign countries. Denying people, that sounds stupid. I'm denying you. Apologize. Alright, so. One tablespoon. I'm really supposed to kind of do this in stages, but I'm just just drizzle it in and work it with a whisk. I don't know where my not metal whisk is, but since it's a whisk, probably okay. The idea being here that you want to cook it down a little bit so you cook some of the flour taste out, as I understand. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I mean, heck, I don't know what the heck I'm doing in some ways. Alright, so it said to do that, and then to go ahead and hit it with the spices before adding in the stock. Alright, 4 tablespoons of chili powder, so it seems like it's very tablespoon or chili powder heavy for this particular. I would think cumin would have been more of a 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I think it was what, half teaspoon of garlic powder. That's a quarter. We go half teaspoon of garlic powder. That's not opened. There we go. Usually you can just pop the shakers off these things. I kind of like garlic powder, so I'm going to maybe kick a little heavy on the teaspoon. Half teaspoon of salt. Again, this is kosher, so I'm going to heaping teaspoon there. Mix that a little bit. I claimed that this was to toast it. Honestly, I don't feel like it's going to get much toasted in this. Thank you, Kirsten. You came here only because I'm working late. As you mean, I appreciate you being here. There's a quarter teaspoon of cumin and a quarter of oregano. So I'm just going to do a half of that. And then oregano. Let's seal all these back up. Bought new cumin and oregano just for this. Nope, that's the wrong one. That goes on there. Excuse me just a second. Let me finish putting all this in there and then I turn the heat down to low just so I didn't melt everything as I'm doing this. Those are done. Salt's done. Oregano. Another quarter. I wouldn't have thought oregano would have gone into this, but alright, oregano, cumin, garlic powder, chili powder, salt, and then we're going to mix that around for a second. I keep these. Hold on, baby.
Please.
I will
And
get
can I
you one
put
of these.
enchilada part?
Well, I'm making the sauce right now.
Can I try the enchiladas?
Well, I haven't made them yet.
Well, can I just like... What are these?
Well, I haven't made them yet. All
Yeah.
right, 2 cups of stock. It said chicken or vegetable, but I'm making beef enchiladas, so I figured I'd use beef.
Beef! I love beef! I like beef.
You like beef?
Remember I tried it?
I do remember.
Did I like actually?
There we go. Yeah, you like beef?
Can I check it?
Check what?
Oh, yeah.
This is just the sauce.
I'm just kind of like, oh, this is cool.
What's that?
I wanted to see
See what?
that.
There's nothing to see. It's just brown.
I know, I'm seeing it. How it looks.
Oh, careful, baby. This is a stove, so this is hot right here. Pat, keep your fingers back, okay? You do not want to burn your fingers. All right. Thank you, McClear. Thank you, Ida. This is how I give you. That is how you give me money. Thank you. Thank you, Corny Butler. Thank you, Artemis. Half Mex. You got to handle the spice to get the half Mexican card. Thank you, Diana. I mean, I'm just following what the recipe says. And thank you. I feel like I missed someone there. Thank you, Mystic Manor. So I did go a little bit off there by going with beef stock instead of chicken or vegetable. But honestly, most stocks all kind of taste about the same to me. And careful, still hot. Also, pro tip: don't leave a metal whisk into a hot pan. Go potty.
Why?
Because it gets hot.
And it, okay.
There we go. All right, so that needs to just cook down for a minute. I think that's pretty much all that you do to it. You just let it kind of work and simmer for a little while. Stock, whisk and kind of remove lumps, reduce heat and simmer 10 to 15 minutes till slightly thickened. All right, so we just need to let that go.
I actually did need to go potty.
You didn't need to go potty? All right.
I just like,
All right, watch out, baby. I'm gonna move this pan. It's hot, okay? So I want you to stay away from it.
like that thing.
I'm gonna put it over here.
Yeah, you look like you have real muscles. Oh,
What are you trying to say?
like that apron.
I look like I have real muscles, or I look like
Right
muscles?
there, right here.
I know.
You're strong, Daddy. You're strong.
Mm.
I love you so much.
I love you so much.
I hope the enchiladas are good for you.
What's that?
I hope the enchiladas will be good for you.
Well, they're not the worst thing you could eat.
I know.
So
I tried some mama and told her I didn't really like them.
you may not like these either.
You may not like certain kinds of it.
Thank you, Bronco. Speaking what, Livy? Stay away from the wire. It's got kind of a loose connection up there, Liv, so I don't want you touching that wire because if it comes loose, it starts to glitch.
And it turns off.
Santa's alcohol here, tequila rose or banana liquor. I haven't really, Bronco. Thank you, Olive Tree. I've tried some things that didn't taste terrible. It's just, at this point, it's like, meh, whatever. Wait until that hits a simmer and then I'll turn it down to low. All right, so for the next bit, I need to dice an onion. Let me just rinse off my knife here. Honestly, this isn't my best knife, so I should use the other one, but this is the chef's knife, which is good for a lot of things. Thank you, Raver Gator. Thank you, McSlanty. Once this comes up to a simmer, then I can stop paying attention to it. But we got no lumps, which is good because I didn't do a great job of mixing that. Thank you, Barstool. Your toasting ready, you put it in first smell and start getting it. Cook flour, you need to cook flour first with the stock. You still I mean, I'm just following the instructions I was given on the website where I found it, so it may or may not come out right. We'll see. I got one yellow onion here. I'm going to dice while studiously keeping far away from the dogs. Emma has decided that she wants to escape at every opportunity, which is really weird because she never really wants to go anywhere. Our gate, our side gate, is popping open, and she keeps going right out front. I took the kids to the pool the other day, and on the way back, there was this lady just crouched on the sidewalk with a dog, and there was another couple just watching her. I was like, that's very strange. Why is everyone gathered around this dog? Turns out, and the kids ran up to her like, that looks like Emma. Well, long story short, it was Emma. She had escaped out the gate. So we brought her back to the house. See, that oven is just preheated. That's how long that took to hit 350. The beef stock has made this shift a little bit more towards the brown end of the spectrum, but thank you, Walter. Dog is the same. Said in a cooking stream. He's only stop cooking all that fogo meat. Oh, fogo meat. I need to go back to fogo. Thank you, Ida. Good night. It says to dice the onion. Doing that old like traditional dice. I don't think it works that well, to be honest. But hey, that's what Gordon Ramsay teaches, so I guess it must be pretty good. Upside of wearing contacts that you don't immediately get or aren't immediately informed about is that dicing an onion. No tears. It really takes care of that issue. Not gonna win any awards for this dice. Usually do yellow onions. This one called for a white onion. A little bit smaller, a little bit harder to dice. Not quite as sweet. I like yellow onions a lot better. Good enough. Okay. Diced yellow onion. I'm sorry, white onion. There we go. This one over. Alright, now if I remember correctly, what I'm going to do is brown the meat, then take the meat out. Then we use the drippings from the meat to cook the beans, onion, and some green chilies. That's baking powder. Definitely should not put that in there. Diced green chilies. Alright. Let me go ahead and pop open the black beans and rinse them.
Daddy,
Yes, Libby.
I'm just done with my stretches.
You're done with your stretches.
I'm stretching
You were stretching.
on the trampoline.
That sounds more like you were bouncing or jumping.
I was jumping and then I started putting my legs up and doing this and climbing.
Oh, do you feel stretched out now?
Yeah.
You want to be a yoga master?
No, I just like when the
Neat fingernails.
help and stuff.
These are black beans, though.
Can I try some?
You might want to get warmed up first. I'm going to rinse them.
I love black beans.
They were in the chili that you had tonight, so.
Yeah, that's why I ate some. You just have to cook them first and then they'll get
Really, they're cooked already. Sorry, you can't see me right now. I'm just at the sink rinsing off black beans. When you get them out of the can, you rinse them.
Yeah, and now I'm gonna do my running, but I'm not gonna run all the way to the thing.
Don't go near the wire, please. There we go. Thank you. All right.
That's my new running. I turn it around.
Okay. They work. Doggies get out and then they stay front. That's basically as far as Emma usually goes. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Thank you, Barstool. No, it's fine. Hey, you know, like I said, this is the first time I've ever done enchiladas. First time I've ever made tortillas from scratch. First time I've ever made enchilada sauce. So
Daddy think
I'm winging it. There's some things. Thank you, Libby. There's some
on
things.
your first try.
Thank you, Libby. Some things I know how to make pretty well, and I can just kind of breeze through it. This, I'm just kind of feeling my way around. Going off. Not only am I going off of a recipe that I've never tried before, I'm going off of a memory of a recipe I've never tried before. So I think I'm doing this the right way. Oh, please put that down there.
You want me to go clean it out?
Nope, it's fine. You can just leave it right
I
there.
just poured a little out.
That's fine.
Black beans sure look good. I'm cooking.
Do they?
I'm cooking.
Hey, put them back, please. I don't want it to drip on the floor.
Yeah, they look good.
Okay.
Because they look like they're already cooked.
They are pretty much already cooked.
Can I try a little?
They're just not as good when they're not warmed up.
Can I just try a little, please?
Okay, you can try one. I just don't want you to not like black beans because you had them when they weren't really good. What do you think?
They taste fine.
They taste fine? Okay, good.
I'll put this in cash.
Okay, thank you.
These taste
Don't eat all of them. I need those.
That's one more.
She does this every time I make mushrooms. As soon as I saute some mushrooms, all of a sudden, Libby's in love with them. Won't eat them in anything.
They taste good.
Good.
They taste kind of plain.
Well, yeah, they haven't been seasoned or anything yet. They're just basic beans. Thank Miller. So, anyway, I mean, enchilada night is, look, it's happening. Thank you, Elise.
What sticker do you want?
Do a stream 100% sans
Daddy,
recipe.
what
I mean,
sticker do you want?
I don't need a sticker right now. darling. Thank you. Would I do it's entirely sans recipe? Sure. I mean, if it was one that I knew. If I was just trying to wing it, or I guess I could have you guys kind of walk me through it. It'd be Twitch Cooks, though I just have to know what to have.
What's a Twitch Cooks?
That's something we just invented. You've heard of Twitch Sings, you've heard of Twitch Plays Pokemon. Nope, that's raw meat. Don't put your hands on it.
Why?
Because it's raw meat.
What's raw?
It means it's not cooked.
So
It has the smell on it.
It's just that it could have. Well, it's raw beef, so it's not as bad, but.
Oh.
That's not put your hands on it.
Okay.
Okay.
You tell me your hands on it when it's cooked.
Yes. But I've got a lot of stuff over there in the pantry. We could figure something out probably. All right, get out. I don't like this kind of package. There we go. Technically, it's only called for 1 pound of meat. So this would be a little meat-heavy enchilada. I don't remember where an enchilada came from in the context of the strawberry string. I don't think I was offering enchiladas. I think Gavin came up with enchiladas. Thank you, Shadow. Sauteed mushrooms are amazing. I don't blame her. They are amazing. It's just then I put the sauteed mushrooms in something and then she won't eat them. Thank you, Nick. Nice news on family are basic Brazilian food. I mean, I'll take a shot. As long as it's got instructions for what to do with it. If it's just like a list of ingredients and then like mix for success, then I'm in trouble. I love the smell of ground beef. Alright. Thank you, Beth. Emma gonna be spoiled. Emma's always been spoiled. There's no question there. I'm just seasoning this with some salt and pepper because it's beef in a pan and I'm cooking it. So no matter what I'm going to do to it eventually, it needs some salt and pepper. That's just the rule. I don't make them. Hey Ace. Ayo. Thank you. Can't put unseasoned things into seasoned things and expect it to be seasoned. That's not how seasoning works. Thank you, Beth. I'm eating some meat because I'm stuck for feeding dog. Oh. I don't know if I'm allowed to give her beef. I forget what things Laurie says don't do it because she's old and it can hurt her liver or whatever. So my rule of thumb generally is I just don't give her anything that's I don't know that I've seen Laurie give her. And since Laurie doesn't eat beef, probably hasn't seen her do that. Thank you for the gifted subs there, Imposties. Alright, let's take a sip of this enchilada sauce and see if we struck anything close to gold. It's got some kick to it. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Lai. She gets plenty of hugs. Got some kick to it. That's the chili powder. It coats the back of a spoon, so we're probably pretty close on its reduction. Taste the beef stock taste comes out pretty strongly in it. Really stock taste. But really, honestly, I think I may kick some more cumin in it. go with, you know what? I got some taco seasoning here, which is mostly cumin. I'm gonna hit that with some extra bump. Messing with the recipe already. Thank you, Barstool. Again, just following the recipe. But I'm going to cook the onions in the meat grease. I don't know why the recipe had me doing it that way. I've frequently done it that way, is to cook the onions and the meat together. But I think it's generally, in this case, it's because there's the amount of meat. I don't want to overcook the onions. It's going to have them go in for a little bit less time. So they're a little bit crunchier. Thank you, Solar Sith. Thank you, Gorak. Chance that Heroes and Halfwood is dead, but if it does come back, you guys should look at Call of Cthulhu. I mean, it's going back and forth. There may be some developments in the Heroes and Halfwoods world. I don't know what they are, though, because these days, we're so busy with people traveling, and it's like, all right, well, everybody's here. Let's shoot something where we can get everybody in it. Like today was great because the only person out was Jeff. And that's been the first time that we've had that situation where there was just one person not there in so long that I can't even remember. Because Jack was gone for 2 weeks working on the musical and a couple other things, and E3 and all that. And, it's just been one thing after another lately. So trying to even shoot Heroes and Halfwits right now would be crazy. Thanks, CBS. South Park Meadows area. I mean, anywhere you can, if you're in Austin, take the extra time to go to Home Slice. It's the best pizza here. Honestly, by far. There are many other good pizzas in Austin, but Home Slice is the best.
I'm back, Daddy.
Of course you are.
Because I just love watching you.
Be careful. Remember, fingers get burnt off by stoves.
Is this,
I know, you make me worried.
It doesn't get burned.
I just worry and want you to be careful.
It's over here.
I know. No hands.
Can I try a little beef when it's cooled down?
Sure.
Like, can you cool beef down?
Yeah, I'm about to take it out of the pan actually because it's about done.
Oh, I like this.
Oh, careful. Thanks, Spade. Navy Cookie, you're doing very well for that first time. Thank you.
You're doing really well, okay?
Thank you. Let me just get a bowl.
Can I put the kid in the recycle bin?
The what?
Recycle bin.
Sure.
Does it go in the recycle bin?
It does.
Because you can recycle can.
Alright, slotted spoon here.
I did it, Daddy.
Thank you, Livy.
That's for you.
The metal bowl probably wasn't the best pick.
Are we going to put the black beans in there?
The beans are going to go in just a second, yeah.
I guess.
I'll turn this down a little bit for a second.
It looks really.
Watch your fingers, hands.
It's down here.
I know, you just don't like them being anywhere near danger. I just want you to be safe.
I know what I'm doing now.
Oh, you wise old age of 5 years old going on 6 years old?
I'm ready for kindergarten.
You are ready for kindergarten. But you ain't in kindergarten yet.
I'm not. One time in a long time ago, I was imagining my dream was we're in kindergarten with Marley.
Well, you are going to be in kindergarten with Marley.
Oh, wait. We're in kindergarten with Marley, and it was a huge place.
Flavor.
It was a. What? And
Alright, let me make sure I'm doing this right.
And it was a huge place with no one in there. And
Hold on
we're
just a
running
second,
for
my love.
backpacks.
Hold on, I'm just making sure I'm doing this right. Okay. So, we're going to take the grease, add onions and saute the pan, cook for 5 minutes until it's soft and translucent, then add the green chilies and beans for 1 minute, remove from heat, and stir the ground beef in, and a quarter cup of the enchilada sauce. Okay.
Can I taste a little of the beef?
Yes. Give it just a second to cool.
I want to taste every ingredient.
You're gonna taste every ingredient. I don't know if you'd like the enchilada sauce. It's a little spicy.
No, wait, it's spicy?
Well, just the enchilada sauce.
I hate spicy.
I don't know if you even really taste spicy quite yet. You've had spicy before. It didn't bother you though.
But wait, how old was I?
It was like a few weeks ago.
Wait, was it the spicy pasta?
What's that?
Was it the spicy pasta?
We did have a pasta that was a little bit spicy. You want to try a tiny little bit and just see what you think?
Yeah, but is it hot? No.
It is hot. I will have to get it out with a spoon and get it.
You can blow on it. But if you put it in the fan, you'll just blow way too hard onto the floor.
All right, let's see.
Blow on it. Can I taste the whole spoon?
No.
I don't want the spicy part.
It's a little heavy on the seasoning,
Yeah.
but it's gonna, once it's added into the other stuff, that'll actually take care of that a little bit.
It would actually taste better.
Well, it's meant to sort of season everything else, so it's very intense here because that flavor is gonna get spread out all over everything else. Take your hair in your mouth.
Well, can I like try a little beef?
Yeah.
I can't wait for the beef.
So, big chunk of beef.
The beef is so.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little dry because it doesn't have sauce on it yet. What do you think? You try bigger beef? No? Like I said, it doesn't have anything on it really other than salt and pepper.
It's too plain.
Too plain. But otherwise it's fine, right? I'm about to mix it with a bunch of cool stuff. Thank you, Finn Mill. Bit for the enchiladas. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Gorek. You should. Remember that, everyone. Call your dad more. Thank you, Hanky. Keep an eye on those onions. I'm opening the green chilies here. It didn't say whether to drain those or not. I assume I'm just going to use them as is. Starting to smell the thing.
I'm just looking at them.
I know.
They just look so tasty.
I know.
Why is the oven hot?
Because I'm going to cook something in there.
And it's getting hotter. Well, you can cook.
That's where I'm going to cook the enchiladas as soon as I'm done.
Oh, I thought the special is too hot.
Thank you, Casa Tinova. Cooking onions always smell so good. Cooking onions in beef fat that has been rendered from beef meat. Beef meat. Extra good. That'll do. Thank you, Chibi. So you look like Chris Pratt? Thanks. Chris Pratt's been through a lot of different shapes, so I'll just assume that it's one of the more fit ones, and it's entirely because of the apron. Green chilies and beans in 1 minute. Okay. Green chilies. I may regret not draining these, but we'll find out. And beans. Smells good. Green chilies really, unless you're eating the seeds, aren't too spicy. That smells really good. I love sauteed peppers, like green pepper and things like that. So this just smells like sauteed green pepper. Thank Gork. Tried to warn you to drain them, but honestly, it'll probably cook down. Yeah, it's fine. There wasn't that much liquid in there, to be honest. You can probably see up there. It's not a very big image, but there's really not that much liquid in the pan as it is. Plus, right now, the onions are just absorbing any liquid there was. Kind of doing what mushrooms typically do, which is throw off a whole bunch of their moisture and then soak up anything around them. All right. Look at that chunk of beef. Oh, I love it. So now we put the beef back in. It's actually a lot of beef. Turn that off. And that should be the filling for the enchiladas. Not bad. It does say I need to put a 1/4 cup of the enchilada sauce in there. Quite a 1/4 cup, maybe a little bit more. There we go. The after stream for this is going to be me just washing dishes. Thank you, Gork. Love fruits and veggies. My fiance hates them. How? Oh my gosh. I'm always confused because Livy doesn't like grapes, or neither one of them will eat tomatoes like straight up. Even got these cherub tomatoes, which are delicious. They're just so sweet, and I eat them by the handful without anything else. Thank you, Beth. But they won't eat those either. It's like, and Eli likes grapes. Livy doesn't like grapes, but Eli does. All right, let's see how we did here. That's pretty good. Oh, what's up, Chef Mike? You missed all the cooking. Not that this much constitutes cooking. To be honest, that needs a little more salt. Thank you, Lulu. And just because, like I said, I'm a fan, I'm going to give that a little kick of taco seasoning too. Off book. Hey, Private Joneses. Tomatoes are my absolute favorite snack. I know, right? They're great. I don't know how you can't like them. I think what I did here that was maybe the addition of a little too much beef was throwing off the seasoning a little bit, but I think maybe that'll bring it back in line. Let's see. There we go. Doesn't take much sometimes to fix those things. That's good. Thank you, Sephora. Thanks, Guy. Oh, for the gifted sub to Chef Mike. Alright. So that's the filling. Now we get to see if the tortillas are still in any kind of shape to actually be turned into a wrap. And I'm going to have to move the camera here. Apologies, because I blocked off all of my bakeware behind there. So, whoop! It's going to be loud. I'm sorry. Crash, crash, bang. Got it. Alright. Thank you, Beth. The recipe to post it somewhere. I can certainly put the link to the recipe. It's already posted on the website that I took it from. So we're good here. All right. Double check what I'm doing. Okay. Set aside. To assemble the enchiladas, set up an assembly line including tortillas, enchilada sauce, ground beef mixture, and cheese. Lay out a tortilla. 2 tablespoons of sauce over the surface of the tortilla. Portion an eighth of ground beef mixture and spread it in a line down the center of the tortilla. Then sprinkle with a third a cup of cheese. Roll it up. Repeat. Alright, so it wants to put enchilada sauce, meat, and cheese all inside the tortilla. Spread any of the remaining enchilada sauce on top of the tortillas and sprinkle the remaining shredded cheese on top. Okay. Do I need to grease this pan? Grease aids, yeah, okay. Always good to check. So it doesn't want a sauce under it. Alright. Homemade tortillas. Still warm. They hang in there. I think my bigger ones are towards the bottom though. Here we go. Alright, so we start with this. Nice and pliable actually. That worked out. I'm going to have an assembly plate. There we go. Take a second to clear down my station here a little bit. Oops. Oh! That's what happens. You don't clear down your station, you end up spreading chili powder all over it. Go. This one tortilla now has a lot of chili powder. Alright, Mexican shredded cheese. Just blow it off. That'll be fine. It'll be fine. Alright. Meat mixture. Enchilada sauce. And let me sweep that up real quick. Just some extra chili for the road, you know. Thank you, Finn Mill. Shout out, this is right. Sorry, I heard enchilada especially. I'm glad you'd be here for it then. Thank you, Ash Miller. Your random depressing fact. Each stream I caught, every laugh track you heard in monitors recorded so long ago that most of the laughter, it's true. Thank you, Crimson Centurion. Okay. Good enough. Alright. These tortillas, not quite big enough, to be honest, but we work with what we got. Alright, so we get a bigger spoon here. So we give them a little hit of the sauce. Actually, I have a better way to hold this. You just sit in the meat. There you go. Hit of the sauce, hit of the meat, a little bit more of that. That's too small. There we go. Now we're talking. I really should have gone that way. Is it too late to pivot? Never too late to pivot. Don't be afraid. Just go for it. Look at that. It's all the same stuff. I feel like I'm going to either way undershoot or way overshoot on how much of this stuff to put in there. So we'll go big. Go big. Make some bomb enchiladas. I mean, it's calling for a third of a cup of cheese in each one. That's kind of like pretty significant. Thank you, Shadow. Before you wipe your eyes. Oh, it's just chili powder. Pretty much all came out. Thank you, Semi-Pro Killer. And hit it with a little bit of cheese. That's plenty. Let's back up a little bit. All right. You got to be able to wrap the thing. And there we go. Just barely fits in there. Stay. I'm going to roll it. Even though that's not the pretty side, I'm going to roll it face down just to keep it closed because it's not quite long enough. I pick out the longest or the widest tortillas I had here. Thank you, Violet. Thank you, the Grill Master. Okay, this is my long axis. Get a little dollop of sauce. Sauce. Actually, I'll use the slotted spoon for this because it'll get a little bit easier. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, that's a meaty enchilada. That's too much. Honestly, it's too much. That's not gonna wrap. Thank you, Claudius. Camera back a bit. Oh right, I forgot that I mushed it up close. Yes. Cheese. Camera goes back to where it was, ish. Kind of in there. I feel like it should come around here a little bit for this part, just because I'm in the middle of assembling. And I'm doing it as far from a camera as I can get. Maybe let me see if I can swap positions here. I can rotate this around. Alright. There we go. Alright. Prime. Wrap these up. I actually got pretty good at wrapping these things. I just can't do it with 2 small tortillas. Wrapping for burritos. Enchiladas. Very different skill set. There we go. Looking for the biggest ones I got in here. Not a lot of strong contenders. Nice little drizzle. I'm going to back down a little bit on the meat here just because I think I'm getting out of control. Because, you know, when you're making these things, it's best to make them non-standard. Just go ahead and wildly vary the amount in each one. It works out. It's the beautiful thing about baking something at 350 is you just leave it in there forever and who cares. Okay. I'm sorry, I keep bypassing this one, but I feel like I got bigger ones in here. Hey, Barstool. Too much meat, not enough cheese. This is a good Tillamook cheddar, too. Well, actually, it's Tillamook. Don't worry, the cheese is coming back in a big way when I hit the top of it. Like, I'm going light on the inside, but I'm going to smother it. Thank you, Dark Moon Dial. Plus, I'm just looking about how big this pot of meat is. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it when all of it's left. You know what? Just for you. Here we go. Bam. Hold on. I'm not done bamming. This was the cheesiest one right in the middle. There we go. I got 4 in there. I might be, at best, I'm going to hit 7 with the space I've got remaining. There we go. Run out of cheese here. I really like Tillamook cheese. I don't know if it's Wisconsin based or not, but it sounds like it should be. Hey Ace. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's what I aim for, good value. I've made quite a bit of trash in this particular outing. But these tortillas, I am impressed, really held up well. Thank you, Kirsten. Hey, breakfast enchilada because almost 4 a.m. That'll be my next stream. Breakfast foods. Oh wait, I've already done that. Making bacon pancakes. Take the bacon and put it in a pancake. Don't use Diet Coke because then it'll make you choke. Thank you, Lister. I've almost killed 1 bag of cheese. I gotta have some to dress the top of this thing so we can make it all pretty. That's alright, I got more cheese in the fridge. We can work this out. May not be Mexican 4-cheese blend, but alright. We got room for 1 more. Here's a good tortilla for it. May have to make another pan of them. Ah. You can kind of see it on that camera when I'm doing this. Dropping that in. There we go. Oh yeah, meaty. It's called the Meat Tornado. Thank you, Izarti. Tari. There we go. Cheese. I love cheese too, to be honest. I would smother it in cheese. There we go. We have 1 tray of enchilada. Now we need to dress it and make it pretty. We should put this down. You guys can see in the overhead camera, right? There you go. I too love them. Give them each like a nice little sauce line. This has got this one huge big boy here on the end. Okay. And we gotta hit it with some cheese. That's gonna melt and look all pretty. Well, I'm gonna have to just. You know what? I'm gonna save that and just use it for tacos. Because it's about the same stuff, and honestly, it tastes really good. Plus, I'm about out of cheese here, so. Alright, there we go. I do have tortillas left. Would you like a tortilla?
Yeah. Can Eli have one? Can I have a horn? Eli have a horn?
There you go.
Can Eli have a horn?
How do you ask?
Please.
Thank you. Yes. Eli, you want a tortilla? Oh, he said no.
Can
He said no.
I just have one?
Huh?
Another one?
You want another? Well, eat that one. You can have another one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not running out of them, believe me. Alright. How long is this going in there for? Let me give you a good. Look at that. Next week stream says everyone's calling for dessert. Try your hand at caramel. Oh my god. I know I've heard tell of this caramel. Sprinkle the remaining shred on top. Crap, how long do I cook this for? Uh-oh. I mean, everything here is cooked, so. But I guess I cut off that part of the recipe, so. I just took a picture. This is what I did. I took a picture of a website. Many shredded cheese on top. Let's see. And let's see if I can find it real quick. There you go. That's what I was thinking, 15 minutes, but set a timer for 15 minutes.
All right, 15 minutes. Starting now.
Boy, I got punked hard by Google Assistant today. In the you'll get to see it in the next video that comes out for Gmod, I believe. It got me good. It's kind of sticking to the. Man, I have a lot more of these than I thought. And I do not want them covered in paper towel. The downside of wet paper towel on tortilla is now I have tortilla covered in paper towel. That one is just a goner. There we go. Sorry to this one. What? Very pliable. You want another one, Liv? Is that what you're here for?
I love them.
There you go. I guess they came out pretty well. Let's see. I mean, it's a tortilla. I'd say that is absolutely bog standard tortilla. For the amount of work that went into this, these taste just as good.
Daddy, I'm not gonna tell you for no one. Are the enchiladas done?
What's that?
Are the enchiladas done?
They're in there.
They're almost done.
We'll see.
Yeah. Oh.
A little bit of cheese on the floor, and we'll take care of it.
It was sweet and food that you give her.
Mm-hmm. Usually you won't eat tortillas. You like these though, huh?
If I hold discount the last one.
Hmm?
If I hold discount the last one.
There's two more.
Count them.
Really? You want more?
Also, I think this one.
Oh, that's good for you. Actually, at a certain point. It's a flour tortilla. It's not good for you, period. But
It's yummy.
it is yummy. I'm glad you think so. Watch out behind you. Hope you like it when it turns into an enchilada.
I have one on you too. What?
You're over there eating it like a monster.
Like a baby monster or a kid monster?
You are a kid monster. Little monster kid. How you dating? They've been. Hey, what are you doing? You want to try a little bit?
No, I don't do.
Just a little bit of the enchilada stuffing? It's just meat and.
I
Hey!
kill you.
Eli. No. Try that?
No thanks.
This is meat.
No thank you. Can I try meat?
Mm-hmm. This is what it tastes like after it's gotten some seasonings.
Not sure.
No? Okay.
Hey. What's your butt, please? What's your butt, please?
What?
What's your butt, please? Cause it.
Go on. You're voted off the stream.
Why? What?
Goodbye.
No. What's the
Don't say things like that.
What's the next time? My mom's
I don't know, bud. Where'd you leave it? Watch the cable. Hey, Barstool.
I know. That's what I thought.
I just told you how to make them rollable, not just how long they were going to stay that way with a little extra fire. No, these worked out great, actually. A few of them, like this one, was a little bit too thick in places, but I mean, honestly, overall, it worked out really well. Thanks, C. Smith. I did not disappoint. Thank you, the class. 4 a.m. Go get some sleep. Good night. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Gort. Yeah, it's threatening murder. I mean, I'm afraid to see what the autocomplete for his Google is. Maybe I should check. Is that like the new modern version? Oh, that was raw onion. Thank you, Conquer. Now my breath is going to be powerful. Hey, back up. There's still knives and stuff over here. Thank you, Trucido. What was I just going to look up? I was going to look up something. Oh, right, let's see. I am Eli, God of... just another war. You'd think he would have a lot more, what with his name being pseudo-biblical. You're just waiting to get another tortilla, aren't you? Look, I'm glad you like them. I'm glad that you enjoy what I made. It's kind of hit or miss with you sometimes. Now Daddy has to clean everything up. Want some cheese? You want to try some Tillamook Mexican 4-cheese blend? I actually considered getting cheeses and shredding them myself because I figured if I was going in for the rest of this, I should at least also shred my own cheese, but I really like Tillamook, and I probably would have just used that cheese, and so if they shredded it for me, I figured, why not?
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to everybody. Daddy's just talking to the wall.
Even Miss Becca?
Am I talking to Miss Becca? No, Miss Becca's not here. I see you touching that tortilla.
If you touch it, it's mine.
That's not how this works.
How it works?
This is the last one. No more after that. My one largest tortilla that is almost round is the only one I didn't use. What are you doing? Where did you get all of these? Why do you have so many, what are these called?
Beyblades.
Beyblades.
Because I'm the amazingest kid in the world.
I think it's because your cousin gave them to you and then we didn't notice that you made off with all of them.
Hey, I got this one for some.
Yes, you got that one from MJ, I believe.
Yeah, but I got a lot. I got 5 Beyblades.
All right, come on.
No.
You are voted off the chat.
Well, I got her foot.
There you go. There's your Beyblade. Well, if you got a hurt foot, then go take a load off upstairs. Pop the chat over here. Thank Gart. Apparently there's still a thing. Who knew? Now we're just killing time waiting for the enchiladas to be done. Eli's cool now. Don't let him hear that. You'll never hear the end of it. They're making a big resurgence, I guess. My nephew, Gideon, is what really got him into it, to be honest. So, last time we were in Georgia, his cousin gave him a few, and then now he's all into them. Never heard of them before that, but thank you, Elise. Successful enchiladas? Well, we'll see. They look like enchiladas. We've successfully created the image of an enchilada. Thank you. Yes, Emma's very cute. She's old as the rising sun, but how to hustle pogs. Claudius, I'm hoping that's not still a thing. It's gone, right? Because that was around when I was a kid, and even then it was ridiculous to do.
Yeah, this one's good. Yeah.
Pepper needs a pet. Well, Emma has a pet already. Emma's pet is Violet, who loves Emma, and Emma does not care about Violet at all. Emma is a big pillow for Violet. All right, you go. You're about to go to bed if you can't stay. Go. Go to the upstairs. Go. But yeah, I posted that picture the other day of Emma snuggling with Violet, or rather Violet snuggling with Emma. Emma sits down anywhere and Violet decides that she's a pillow, but has absolutely no interest in Violet whatsoever. What's the matter with you? You're full of, yeah, no wonder your tummy's full. You've had like 7 tortillas. This is just bread.
And
Did this fall on the floor or anything?
No.
Okay.
This one's the first.
I gave it to him anyway. No, you go, Art. Bitch the talking more. She's busy enjoying her tortilla. Isn't that right, Emma? Old girl. Alright, it's not that chewy. Come on, Emma. I guess you lost then, didn't you? Alright. Gotta be getting pretty close here. They're looking pretty good. 4 minutes. 4 minutes, 14 seconds. Thank you, Akasiri. Your darn might be made of tortillas. Now, she's at least, I think, I would guess 10% tortilla. It's going to rip Ryan's baseboards. It's a great point. How old is Emma? She is... I don't have anything in my hand. I'm sorry.
Oh, what the?
Eli. Take it upstairs. Because it's very loud, bud, and I'm trying to work in here, okay? So it's being very loud, and I need you to take it upstairs, okay? Well, be creative and figure out a way to do it.
You can do it over there.
Hey, Lois. Look, alright, I have to call it something. I can't say I need to play in the kitchen. If I'm describing what I'm doing to my children, I have to say I'm doing something. If I'm just like, hey, I'm in the kitchen playing, but you can't be here, doesn't make sense. If I say I'm in the kitchen, if I'm in the office or in the kitchen working, then it's like, okay, we get it. That's why we can't be in there. You have to explain it in terms that make sense. 100 bits for overcooked enchiladas. I mean, I'm obeying the timer, and the timer saith 2 minutes and 33 seconds. But then I guess we didn't really have anything to go by there. So let me take a look. I mean, it's pretty awesome. I mean, it's not like they need to be any more cooked. They were already done when I put them in there. Thank you, Vlad, bro. So let's just get them out. We'll call them done. Alright, watch out, guys. I'm getting something hot out of the oven, so don't come around the corner. Oh, no, just put it right in the cheese. Oh, I want my Instagram. But, enchiladas. Behold, Internet. I have created enchiladas. Do you not see? The meme dies. The enchiladas are made. Enchilada night is nigh. For it is night and there are enchiladas. Hey, Ninja Monkey. We did it. It's over. Never again. Enchiladas shall never again be made. We've done it. Use more sauce. I got more sauce. You know, I don't like over saucing. It is kind of a Mexican casserole, yeah. Thank you, Ninja Monkey. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, SSD Conquer. Minecraft Dungeon Crawler was announced at E3. Also, that food looks good. Thank you. I don't know. Like, I played enough Diablo that I kind of got done with that genre. So if it's just a Diablo clone that's skinned with Minecraft, then I don't know that I'll care. But, you know, who knows? There's no crafting in it as far as I understand it. It's entirely just a dungeon crawler, you know, Diablo clone. So we'll see. Maybe it'll really turn it around for me. It's 4-player, so there's at least co-op and video options there, but we'll see. Thank you, Fetch. I burn ramen. Look, I just documented the whole process here, including making the tortillas, which are now nice and crispy. All right, take it easy, Pocket. If I can do that, so can you. The entire process is now in the going to be in the Twitch archive. You do what I did, you'll get that. There's really, honestly, very little way to mess this up substantively. Other than the tortillas, those could go horribly awry. For example, actually that one is probably the best example of a tortilla I generated. Guys, shh. Take it upstairs. And 5, 4, 3. There you go. Thank you, guys. So if I can cook it, so can you. Thank you, the Bala. It has indeed been a long time coming. I wonder if I should eat one. Like I said, I don't think I'll take them to work because, well, let me pop one out and see if it's any good. I don't think 7 enchiladas is going to feed. It's going to feed the office. I need to make like twice this. Amount. If you can hear that. Here's the thing. She is a little dramatic sometimes, so she can really turn on those waterworks and make it sound like the world's ending. But I'm gonna get up there and it's gonna be like, I'm just mad. No kidding, Khalees. No kidding. Livy, are you okay? Livy, you okay? Okay. Thank you, Shadow. Gonna get to work tomorrow and mention that you finally made enchiladas. There will be either confused or upset they missed them. Well, so Jeff's out, but then the only people that really matter for enchilada night, I guess, in terms of the callback, would be Michael, Jack, Gavin, and myself. Thank you, Goric. Right? Because it was a Cloudberry thing. Thank you, Goric. I appreciate that. I hope you have a good night, too. I mean, that matter in terms of this particular conversation and where it came from. It was a Cloudberry thing, so I can't imagine anyone caring if I rolled up to work with a tray of enchiladas. Funny joke and all, but I like the idea of having a donation level, because this makes it work on several levels. Having a donation amount where I will roll up to Extra Life and we will have enchilada night on Extra Life. I'm not going to make the tortillas, but I will do everything else that I just did, and we will have enchilada night for everyone that is present. And that will make a pretty solid bit of the stream, right? Thank you, real Mr. Fishbowl. So until then, we can say that we've successfully created the framework for enchilada night, and we can move forward. Thank you, Fetch. Bring one enchilada and watch them fight. I mean, I do need to get them out of my house at some point here, so maybe it was taking to work. I mean, I can't eat that whole thing by myself, and I'm pretty sure the kids aren't going to eat it. So. Thank you, zombie bait. I do feel like I should pop one out and just see, if it's any good before trying to feed it to somebody. So let's see. Trying to get one out without tearing up the ones around it. There we go. Whoop. All right, let's see what we got. I mean, I tasted it before I put it in there, so I can't imagine that having spent a few minutes in the oven has made it not good anymore. It's pretty damn good. Honestly, that's really good. Mixing the, I guess what I didn't have on there previously was the final saucing. I think I did well, honestly. Someone was saying that I didn't sauce enough. I think I did a good amount of sauce. That sauce was pretty powerful, and too much of it would have blown it up. Hey, Lois. So that actually worked out really well. Good amount of cheese. You can hear the tortilla got nice and crispy there at the end. No, that's all right. That's decent. Need chips just to eat the excess. No, I'd eat that. All right, Eli, Livy, you want to try the finished product?
I'm coming down right now.
Okay,
No.
just get you a little bite here.
It doesn't really look good. Is it gonna be okay? It has cheese in it. I don't like
It's got lots of things in it, but it is actually really quite tasty. I think you're gonna like it. It's got black beans.
I don't want the cheese part.
That's just tortilla.
I should think it's good.
Yes, I think it tastes very
Is
good.
it crunchy stuff in
This
it?
part's not crunchy. You like crunchy. You don't have to try it if you don't want to.
I
But I think you would like it.
Can I just try black beans by itself?
Here you go. Good. Would you like, this is mostly black beans, see? You don't have to if you don't want to. Most of what you just ate is tortilla. Good. You want the rest of the bite? It's not hot. Whoa.
Can you put that one?
What do you think? You can give a thumbs up to the camera instead of just to me? Yeah! Success! Would you like to try a little bit with cheese on it?
No, thank you.
Okay. You like cheese. I don't understand why you've rebelled against cheese. Stop eating that tortilla. You're already full of tortilla.
You banned me from the video.
Would you like to try a bite, Eli?
Well, you banned me, so I don't think I can.
You can have a bite.
No, thank you.
Okay, you don't have to. But it's good.
I know!
You try it a little bit?
No, my foot hurts actually.
Your foot hurt doesn't have anything to do with eating enchilada. But you don't have to. Okay. I see you. You're eating more of that tortilla. You said you were full of tortilla and you gave me half of
By
one.
the time he's done.
Don't Heimlich her right now. All right.
No.
Bedtime for rascals. That's you two.
Hi.
Go brush your teeth, please. No, please let her go, especially on the stairs. All right, go brush your teeth. Eli, Libby, go brush your teeth. Turn off the Xbox. All right, well, we have successfully enchiladed. I'm going to call it a night and go get these kids to bed. So thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this cooking stream. Someday maybe I'll cook something I actually know how to do. But I'd certainly call this a win. This worked out really well. Ryan learns to cook things one stream at a time. Go going to the game tonight? No, I think I'm gonna have to wrap it up for tonight because it's 10:30. I gotta get the kids to bed and then clean up the kitchen, which isn't too bad, but there's a fair amount to do. So I'm just gonna call it a night for that tomorrow. But I'll be back on Thursday with more video games. Maybe I'll play Cooking Simulator just to round it back around. Thank you, Elise. Night night, everybody. Delicious being here. And thank you, Fetch. Mail the extra enchiladas to Abu. Oh God, they'll be there. We'd never see them. Thank you, Katie. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful couple days. I'll be back Thursday, probably normal time-ish, playing some kind of video game. Till then, you take care of each other. Thank you, Claudius, for the chef. Appreciate it. Well, you know what? I'll take them to work. We'll see what happens. No one's going to care, but I'll take them anyway. Also, that gets them out of my house. Thank you, Lois. Good night. I'm going to go put those kids to bed who are definitely not brushing their teeth right now. So that's where I'll be. Bye. I feel like this needs because it was a cooking show, it needs like an out theme song, like wah 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 wah. It's over.